Hello, and welcome back to the unsolicited Lightroom workflow tutorials. Today, not as in the first episode, I'm gonna work on the desktop app instead of the mobile one, but don't worry, most of the features are also available on your mobile phone. I wanted to take as an example a picture I shot last summer in Rome. No, I was doing a work trip I did last summer in Paris, and I had the Sony camera with me, the Sony A7. And so I thought it was a good occasion to also have a stroll into the city and take a few pictures of some mainstream spots like the Basilique du Sacré-Cœur in Montmartre. And I like this picture, but it needs some adjustments. The first thing that I notice and I don't like about the picture is something that I don't like in general about big cities is tourists. I hate them. So the first thing I'm gonna do here is try to remove the tourists. So I'm gonna go into the remove section, and with this distraction removal tool, I will try to pick the people. Let's see what it found. So we have some spots here that doesn't look like tourists, so I can remove those spots. Okay, there you go. Then what did it pick up here? Oh, here we have a lamp, which is not a tourist, but it's part of this selection. So I'm gonna leave it as it is for the moment. I'm gonna remove this one, which is clearly not a tourist. And then I'm gonna let AI do its magic, hoping it does magic. There you go. Ooh, big mess we have here. Well, let me see what it was before. Made a mess of the post. We're gonna remove this one and do some manual work instead. Okay, it's a lot of people. Here, I will also remove that one, which is kind of annoying. There you go. Let me see how it was before. It's not too bad. I mean, we have this thing which is clearly not as the original architecture. Let's see if we have better option. No, but we're gonna pretend it's fine. We're gonna try to manually remove the remaining and annoying tourists. So we're gonna go with the manual removal. So now, I'm gonna try to remove those people. Look at these people sitting on the grass, gross. Go to a bar instead. Let's see what comes out. Nice. Okay, move on here. This gang out. This couple. I know they're in love, but I don't want them. Cool, sehr gut. But didn't remove me those guys. Anyways, I'm gonna try again. Sehr gut. So as you can see, it's not perfect. There are some dirt spots. It's a bit sketchy, but you know what? Who cares? When you zoom out, you don't see them, so we can move on with the editing. So the first thing I'm going to do here is make it straight, because I don't like the fact that the church is kind of inclined. It's not Pisa, it's Paris. So we're gonna go with the geometry, put it in auto. There you go, now it's straight, and I kind of like it. Then the camera shot it in a 2x3, but if we want to be optimized for social media, we're gonna go with a 3x4, which is the standard crop. There you go. We won't crop the tip of the church. So now, let's go first with the corrections. So there's a little too much of contrast here, so I will start by reducing it to 18. Then highlights, I will turn them down to make the sky a little bit more visible. And the shadows a little bit up, because the part in the front is pretty dark, so we can pop it up quite a lot 46 is fine, yeah. Then whites up and black down as usual. At the moment I wouldn't play with the exposure, I would leave it as is. On the curve I will just use, instead of an S curve, this time I'm going to make a popping curve. Something like this. What we could do to give it this a little bit more mellow vibe, we could play with the color curves. And here we could do some S curves. It's lagging. Here we could do some S curve to give a little bit warmer shadows. And here again. Okay, you see. Not sure if it's better. Maybe the pop is too high. Let's keep it down here. There you go. Let's move on. Color. It's summer. It needs to be warm. So I'm gonna tune up the warmth. Oh, there you go. I like it, the way the church is turning yellowish and cream. Vibrance. Put it up to a 20. Okay. Saturation we have a lot, so I'll just remove just a slightly tiny bit. What shall we do next? We can move on with the color mixer. Color mixer, we have a lot of yellows. Let's see what it looks like if I try to play with them. Now if I turn them a little bit more into the orange color, it's not too bad. Oh no, I could turn the, yeah, I will turn the luminance a little bit down to make the texture of the church a little bit more visible. Then the green are somehow annoying to me. I'm gonna try to move them more into a yellowish hue and eventually make them a little bit brighter. What else? Oranges, I think we're gonna mess up a lot if we start playing with those. Yeah, eventually turn them a little bit more into the reddish. And slightly bit of saturation. Here we are. Purple out. Magenta out. And the blue. The blue. Let's move it direction teal because it's summerish, summer vibe. -70 is fine. Let me see what happens if I pop it up with the saturation and turn down the luminance to have a nice blue sky. There you go. Okay, let's see. So this was the before and this is the after, and I already kind of like it way more. Color grading, don't know if we need one here. Not sure. We're gonna try to see what could look nice. Not sure if we need it. Yeah, eventually just a tiny bit on the shadows to have them still a little bit warm. Highlights, no, definitely not. And here we could turn down a little bit the midtones to enhance a little bit the depth of the picture. And shadows up a little bit also here to have a sort of very tiny, slightly faded film effect. And here, let's move to the effects. Yeah, I said I wanted to have this mellow effect, so for sure the clarity will go negative 30, 35-ish, like this. The haze, let's try both. So if we add haze or remove, like both actually. I really like both. Let's go with the de-haze plus 10. And then we're gonna play with the masks to compensate. Texture, we have a lot of texture, but I would remove it a bit still. Okay, here, -10, looks good. Okay. Yep, like it more and more. I'm not a fan of grain in general. I wouldn't use grain since I shot with a decent camera. So it doesn't make sense to me. So let's keep it without grain. And we can move on to the masks. So the first thing I would do now, as you can see from the picture, it's pretty clear where the sun comes from the left. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to enhance this like glow that comes from top left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm first gonna select the sky with AI. There you go, here we have it. But now, instead of changing the whole sky, I will just change a part of it. So I will just subtract to the mask a part of it. So something like this. There you go, perfect. And here we have a part of the sky which is masked, and if I turn up the exposure, it's gonna give this nice glow that I was looking for. I could also add some haze to it. There you go. And here I like it. I could also reduce again a little bit more clarity to it to make it even more dreamy. Maybe we could make this gradient a little softer. Something like this. Okay, there you go. And now, to create even more depth, I would turn this area darker, quite darker. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a linear gradient and it parallel to this wall and turn it down, see until it fits. There you go. Turn the shadows down, not too much, always a tiny bit. It's like with drugs. It's like you should do it with microdosing. Never go too hard, otherwise it's gonna mess it up. Then dehaze. Okay. We could eventually add some clarity here, but just a tiny bit. And what else? It's still punchy, it's still a little bit too contrasty. Something like this. Yeah, I would say this is it. Any thoughts? Recommendation? I should stop, right? Okay, I'll stop.